So we're going to continue. This is part 2 of modeling the fire station site. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to place the buildings that's going to be around the fire station. So you need to go to our site plan, and if you place everything in a wireframe, so come to the visual dialog here and change it to wireframe. That way we could get a model. There's one or two of the buildings that and we don't have to be super accurate in determining the buildings, because that is not the main focus of this project. Alright, so the first thing we do is that as it changes to wireframe, and this is supposed to be locked, and it is, it's pinned. What we're going to do is go to massing and site, and in the conceptual mass section, select in place mass. We're going to call this mass 1. So select in the draw area, select the rectangle tool, and you'll start with this one here. Just place a rectangle. Now I wouldn't be able to have it oriented like this, but we could change it afterwards. How about that? As I said, and again I said, don't have to be accurate. Press modify. When you highlight the rectangle, all the lines will be selected, and go to the rotate tool under the modify toolbar, and this blue dot, you could hold it with the left click button and drag it to the corner. And what we'll do is we'll just select anywhere once it's 0 degrees. Actually, press escape once. Make sure that this is still highlighted. Go back to rotate and move the blue dot to this end. Come straight down and just drag it somewhere close to how this is oriented, about 12 degrees. And that's fine. But it's still selected, in the form box, click on create form. And that's it. Ensure that you select finish mass. Okay. Before we move on to do the others, what I will do is I will go into the 3D mode, and that is the form we just created. Okay? It has no specific geometry, no walls or anything. It's just a gray box, but it's just to represent buildings around our fire station. So X out of this and go back into your site plan, ensure that the site plan is selected. And let's create the rest. Now I'm going to create 2 more, and then I'll pause the video and do the rest, and I expect you to do as much as you can. Right? Alright, so let's do this building. So again, go to massing and site, in place mass, it's called mass 2, select the rectangle. This one doesn't have to rotate. Click once and create form. Let's create another one. No, ensure that you say finish mass, and let's create another one. Massing and site, in place mass, mass 3, and let's place one here. So rectangle, create form, finish mass. Alright, so I created 3. I'm going to pause the video and I'll return and show you the rest. Actually, let me just do this one just to give you an idea. So again, mass still on site, in place mass, rectangle. Let's draw one around the same size. Modify, select the rectangle, go to rotate, place it somewhere around here, rotate it like around there, and we could move it down. So you go to the move tool, pick any corner, just kind of guesstimate where it will be. Create form, finish mark. Oops, not edit profile. Finish mask. Alright, just to show you the 3D before I pause the video. That's what you have. Now in this mode you could raise it to different heights. Just play around with it. Not necessary, but you know you can have different buildings around that is of different heights. Okay? Alright, so as again I said, I'll pause the video and I'll return. Okay, so now we're finished, and this is the final product. Now this mass here, this mass here is too high, and I really want it to be lower. So the way to edit this is to select the mass, go to edit in place, and zoom in out if you can zoom in, and see how I come close to the edge and it select just the top. Once that happens, select it, and these grips will make you could shift it this direction, or you can shift it this way, or this way, or that way, in this direction. Diagonally, but I really want to drop it vertically, so holding the blue grip, just drag it down to where you think is fine, release. Alright, now to rotate around your model, hold on the shift key and the middle wheel scroll on your mouse. So hold on the shift plus the wheel scroll button on your mouse and move it around by rotating. Another way to do it is if you come here, you could use the orbit, holding it down and just rotate. Press escape to come out. Alright, I'm happy with this. Some things I could change. Now, yours do not have to look exactly like mine. The idea is just to get the general idea of it. Now, when you finish with adjusting and modifying this, just press finish mask, and then it should be fine. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in the boundary. So go into your site plan, double click, and this is where you have the proposed fire station. Go to massing and site, go to property line. Now get a dialog. So I'll ask how would you like to create the property lines. We will create it by sketching. Using the line option in the draw panel. You don't have to be super accurate. Actually, you notice where the road is, so I will suggest that it come a little off the road, a little setback. Draw a line like this, making sure that your chain, this option is selected. Let's go a little longer. Then about that, the snap back. Let's press the green. Now let's hide the raster image by selecting it. Going by the glasses, hide element. So this is basically the side. Right? If I look at this in shaded, I don't know why does it show up white. This is new construction. This is new construction. So I don't know. Let's select this and see what's going on. Right. Another way, and this is the way I suggest that you do it, is you select the mask and the grip handles. This one, this to change the shape, you can select it. Let's drag it down to an acceptable height. Let's drag it down a little more. That's fine. Going back to this side. So, okay. The other thing that I want to do before we close off this is put some trees and plants and shrubbery here. So in this side view, you go to Masking and Site. Before we move on, how I got this view is to go to the visual style and select shading, as well as in the detail level, change it to fine. Right. Side component. You have different trees. These are all trees. I would like to put some bushes as well, but for now we just use the trees. So the gray birch, you use that one. You can use whatever you want, but just place close to zoom in if you need to. Close proximity to one another, because this is a densely populated, sorry, a densely forested area. Now I can't do this for the whole thing because it's going to be very time consuming. Just going to put a few more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select, create a window, select all the plants, go to copy, ensure that multiple is selected, pick any point and just place escape. Now this one is going into the, so we just want to move, just move it around there. So again, just select a window, copy, yes, This is not super important now, but for presentation purposes, just showing you the process. Now you could come back to site component and change this to a taller tree, 7.4 meters, almost 25 feet. Um, let's place it randomly. There's no method to this. Alright, I'm good there. Expect you to continue this process, but for now, let's look at this in 3D. Alright, to drop this out. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so the property line will be here, the fire station will be located somewhere here. Alright, that concludes this session. The next session, what we will do, we will start modeling the actual fire station. Alright, thanks. Bye.